Look how good the Kinvara 3 looks until it's clobbered by the Kinvara 4. Ginger Runner. What's up everybody, Ethan Newberry here for another GingerRunner.com review, and today I am making many of you very happy. You've asked for it, I've been running in it, reviewing it. It's time for the SAUCONY Kinvara 4. Now many of you are aware I did review the Kinvara 3. If you have not watched my Kinvara 3 review, you should do that now, right here. Just go ahead and click the annotation. I'll also put the link in the description if you're on a mobile device. It's worth watching just because so much of what I'm going to talk about today about the Kinvara 4 is going to be the same as the Kinvara 3. I had very few problems with it. It was a solid shoe, and now Saucony has gone and made a new version. So the big question that this review is going to ask is this version better than the 3? Is it worth buying over the 3? Let's find out. First of all, let me put a lot of your minds at ease. The shoe is not much different than the 3. It's a solid ride. I love it. I'm glad I have a pair. It's just a great running shoe if you're looking to go fast, stay light, stay fairly minimal with the 4mm drop. It is a reduced running shoe. It'll get you to the finish line fast and comfortably. Okay, what I should talk about first are the differences, the major differences between the Kinvara 4 and the Kinvara 3. First of all, the upper. If you look at the two shoes, the flexfilm on the Kinvara 3 takes up a lot of space. It has those longitudinal lines there. The Kinvara 4 does not feature as much flexfilm on the upper. It allows for a little bit more flexibility, but it also decreases durability. I'll get to that in a little bit. Secondly, the heel cup. The heel on the Kinvara 4 is a little bit lower there on the back along the Achilles compared to the 3. I know a lot of people, including myself, had problems with the Kinvara 3 going a little too high on the Achilles, causing issues in the first couple of runs. The Kinvara 4 takes control of that and lowered that heel on the back just ever so slightly, about a centimeter. And the third and final main difference between the Kinvara 3 and the Kinvara 4 is the Power Grid Pro Grid material used in the midsole. So the Kinvara 4 is now featuring Power Grid material, which they say is lighter and more responsive, which in my mind makes it sound less durable. I'll get to that in a little bit. The Kinvara 3 used Pro Grid material. Can you really notice a difference? Meh. Not really. So that's it as far as differences between the two shoes, at least from what I noticed. Let's just do this review, shall we? Things I like about the Kinvara 4. It's just like the Kinvara 3. That one's easy. Everything about this shoe is very similar, if not identical, to the Kinvara 3. Outsole material, the entire layout of the outsole, identical. So if you're already running in the Kinvara 3, the Kinvara 4 is not gonna be that big of a step in either direction. In fact, my first run in the Kinvara 4 went against everything I preach and tell people who are just beginning running. I ran a marathon in this shoe as my first run. That's how much trust I had in this shoe, just trying it on right out of the box. And guess what? Not a problem. It's totally fine. It's exactly the same as the Kinvara 3. Pretty much. It's light. The shoe is just in under 8 ounces, about 7.9 ounces, extremely light. It's a nice fast shoe. It's flexible. Check it out. The entire shoe is flexible in all directions. It's flexible. I really like the upper. The upper on this one is a little less cumbersome than the Kinvara 3. You will barely notice a difference. It's really nice when you run sockless in it. It's comfortable. It's fast. The shoe is very fast. Because it's so light and the upper is so minimal and just basically covers your foot, it feels like you're wearing a slipper racing the wind. Racing the wind. 4mm drop, that's almost a baseline now for any shoe that I run, and it has to be 4mm drop or less. I've had a couple 6 and 8mm drop shoes, and you notice it, especially when you're used to 4 or less. But 4mm, to me, in my mind, should be just a standard. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Everything else about the shoe I totally like. Again, my Kinvara 3 review covers a lot of the basics of the shoe that I enjoyed. It's solid. Now for the things I dislike. This one's a major dislike. The upper is less durable, so there's less flex film on the upper, but you'll already notice I'm busting out at the pinky toe here on the right-hand side. I've put maybe 60 miles on this shoe, and if there's already a hole forming on the lateral side of the shoe, that's not good. I didn't really have that until mile 250 in my Kinvara 3s. I only have my right shoe down here, but my left shoe is also busting a little bit right at the tip of the toe. That's not a good thing. What happened to the durability of the upper? Ah! The whole upper just wants to come apart. Like my heart when I look down at my Kinvara 4s. And my second dislike, the Power Grid. So this new material, Power Grid, which is this black stripe here along the midsole material, it feels like it could be a little bit stiff. The ride of this shoe is ever so slightly stiffer compared to the Kinvara 3. I only notice it because I've run so many miles in both shoes. It's a negligible difference. Many of you may not feel it at all. You'll probably pop the shoe on and go, that is the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn. Good. Regardless, I'm being nitpicky, so I'm gonna call them out on the Power Grid. Not sure why they didn't just stick with the Pro Grid. Marketing is telling me that Power Grid is saving weight over the Pro Grid, but the reality is this is a 7.9 ounce shoe. The Kinvara 3, also 7.9 ounces. And that's pretty much it for dislikes of this shoe. I mean, in reality, it's exactly like the 3. If you already have the 3 and you're looking to upgrade, wait for your 3s to fully wear out before you upgrade and maybe move into the 4s. Or buy a pair of 3s on sale. That's the good thing, is that now you can find Kinvara 3s for super cheap, 50 bucks. I've seen them for 50 bucks or below, and you're getting a great shoe. The Kinvara 4 just came to the market a couple of months ago. It's making a splash. People are finally kind of clicking into the Kinvara series, which is great. If you're moving from the 3 to the 4, you won't notice much of a difference. I think you'll enjoy the shoe quite a lot. Hopefully as much as me. I love it. So now let's get on with the points. Quality. I give the Kinvara 4 3 out of 5. I give the Kinvara 3 4 out of 5. But because the Kinvara 4 is popping holes in the upper, like bottles of champagne in the club, I have to knock it down a couple points. 3 out of 5. Comfort, as with the Kinvara 3, I give the Kinvara 4 5 out of 5. It's a comfortable shoe. I ran a marathon day 1. That's saying a lot. Price, I'll give it 4 out of 5. It's at the $100 price point, which is, you know, just in that good priced shoe range, especially for a shoe like this. I docked it a point because I feel like it could be cheaper, and you can now get the Kinvara 3 for super cheap. So I have to knock down the Kinvara 4 for that. And finally, looks. 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty good looking shoe. I mean, again, I knock it down a point because I don't think it's the best looking shoe in the market. There are many out there that I think are way better looking. I like the bright colors, but man, it would be awesome if we could design custom Kinvara 4s. Hint? Hint, hint, Saucony? Yeah? So that brings our total to 16 out of 20 for the Saucony Kinvara 4. A damn good score from the Ginger Runner. You're welcome, people. Again, if you're looking to transition to a more reduced running shoe, the Kinvara 4 is one of my favorites to recommend to people. The toe box is wide enough for some toes to splay. Very soft, it's very comfortable. It has a nice 4mm drop. Everything about the shoe is great. It's fast, it's light, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you get a chance, try it out. In the comments below, let me know, have you tried the Kinvara 4 yet? Or are you still rocking the Kinvara 3? Is there another shoe that you're like, nah, this is way better than the Kinvara. The Kinvara sucks. Balls. Then let me know. So that is it for today's review. Don't forget, subscribe to this channel, please. I am doing reviews of different products, shoes, gear, everything, every single week, including race videos. So you'll want to subscribe so you can be the first to see those videos as soon as I upload them. Also, be sure to like and favorite this video so you can share it with all your friends. I'm looking to expand the Ginger Runner website and all the goodies, so I need you guys to help share these videos, show people that I am the guy doing the shoe reviews with the most energy, passion, comedy, and red hair. Be sure to follow me on all the social networks. You can find me over on Twitter at The Ginger Runner. Of course on Facebook, facebook.com/TheGingerRunner. And follow me on Instagram at Ethan Newberry. You can see all these cool pictures I'm posting from the runs I'm going on and stuff like that. I like sharing that stuff with you. And finally, go to gingerrunner.com to see all of my reviews, all of my race reports, and all the goodies right there, including an online store where you can buy your very own train race beer gear. And I have some new stuff coming, which I'm very excited about. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, get out there and train. I want to see you guys racing. And of course, partying. Pop those bottles of champagne. Doesn't even make sense. Okay, goodbye.